Hi, I'm Ellie Masukevich, and I will be telling you about the Southern Colonies. The Southern Colonies consisted of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Maryland, and Virginia. Some important people of the Southern Colonies were Eliza Lucas, slaves, Nathaniel Bacon, and Governor Berkeley. Eliza Lucas introduced indigo, a major cash crop, to the Southern Colonies. Slaves made up over 40% of the Southern Colonies' population were used to grow the cash crops. At one point, the slaves made up about 68% of the colony of South Carolina. Nathaniel Bacon is an elite who started Bacon's Rebellion in 1676. William Berkeley was the governor of Virginia and stood up for the Native Americans in Bacon's Rebellion. Some important events of the Southern Colonies were the Stonewall Rebellion and Bacon's Rebellion. Bacon's Rebellion started when Nathaniel Bacon and a group of landless frontier settlers got angry with Governor Berkeley because they paid so much money for taxes and got no protection from the Native Americans in return. So Bacon entered Jamestown and burned it to the ground. The rebellion ended when Bacon suddenly died of dysentery. Still, Berkeley hanged 23 of Bacon's followers. In September of 1739, the Stonewall Rebellion took place. The revolt began when about 20 slaves gathered at the Stonewall River just southwest of Charlestown. They had weapons and they were killing planters. They had drums and were chanting liberty as they marched south. Many slaves joined them until they had a group of about 100 slaves. 7 plantations were burned and 20 whites were killed. However, a white militia had surrounded the escaping slaves. Many of the slaves died in the fight and the rest were captured and executed. This revolt led planters to make slave codes even stricter and even more inhumane. If you wanted to be a farmer, the Southern Colonies was the place for you. Because of all the great soil and almost all year-round growing, they had the ability to grow cash crops. Cash crops are crops raised to be sold for money. The 3 major cash crops in the Southern Colonies were rice, indigo, and tobacco. The major exports in the Southern Colonies were furs, skins, cattle, grain, timber, naval supplies, tobacco, rice, and indigo. As you can see, the Southern Colonies are very interesting and fun to learn about.